Welcome back here, 2023 NXL Windy City Major. Blessed to have Ryan Greenspan, Marcelo Morgat, two of the best to ever play this game. To help me call this next set, San Diego Dynasty, a couple more sets before we're going to see the #1 team in the world take the field against Austin Notorious, rookies that made Sunday at the last event. Right now, though, New York Xtreme taking on Notorious, and then Edmonton Impact and NRG Elite here in this set. Marcelo, we'll start with you. New York Xtreme's been quite the story. Dominating in the prelims. They've only lost one prelim game all year, and then losing close games on Sunday. Notorious making a Sunday at the last event. What does Notorious need to do to win this game against a favored New York Xtreme?
I think it's going to come down to discipline in the end game, right? They play a little reckless. They're not scared to take far spots off the break. The scouting report is that they've been running wild on both sides on this field, so I'm curious to see what they do this first point. They usually put themselves in a position to have a little bit of an advantage, and then it's all comes down to closing.
Yeah, and again, this is Dynasty's bracket here. Interesting bracket. Dynasty, New York Xtreme, ML Kings, Notorious, and Uprising. I mean, depending on how good Notorious and Uprising, maybe this is the bracket of death. We will see. Jumping into this first point here is on the Austin Notorious on the blue side of the field, and New York Xtreme be doubling up that back center. Both teams going right into the snake. This is a snake-dominant field if you are just joining us. It's going to be George McLean for New York Xtreme, and Logan Dyer. Heard good things about Logan. Body coming off for New York Xtreme. Maybe not. Yeah, actually from that D side, looks like Corey Hall going to be taking the early walk here.
Yeah, and that Dyer got into the snake 3 really quickly, looked inside and shot Corey on that big fill. You know, it's a really good shot on the inside. Actually, if he kept his gun up, he would have got that second kill also. So it looks like New York is really trying to put some pressure on that Dorito side early on.
Yeah, filtering, Ryan, another body through that same zone that Corey Hall essentially got shot, but looks like Josh Taylor would make it out to D2. Here comes Harris Hussein, and he's going to filter up. He had a pretty good look with Notorious. First event with this squad at the last event, and now getting the start here, so getting a lot of confidence from Coach Ryan Gray. And, yeah, Dyer ripping that lane crossfield. Does look like New York Xtreme with McLean content to shoot down this sideline. But no one in this back corner bunker right now here for Austin Notorious, as they are going to be dropping that body. Looks like Bateman taking the walk from that D side.
And that's the second body, so it's a 3-on-4 right now.
No. So there was someone in the corner that got shot. There's only
there's a guy in the back. It's 3-on-4.
Yeah, three for sure for Notorious. Back corner bunker D side. Harris just got scalped. So now there's two bodies alive.
I don't know if CJ knows. CJ's in this wedge here on the bottom left, kind of middle left of your screen. I don't know if he knows that there's a guy. Oh, no, now he knows. There's a guy in Snake 3 there. So it's a 2-on-4 situation right now that you're looking at the Dorito corner here on your screen, kind of playing friends. Ooh, everybody getting a little clipped in the top of the head.
Yeah, a little antsy on the gunfights here for Notorious in point number 1. McLean going to crawl the length of the snake. Just one body to worry about. Back corner bunker on the D side. This should be pretty simple for a close once they figure it out.
Yeah, they know the call. They're getting it out. George is just kind of checking out the field to make sure that there isn't a bandit over on that Dorito side. And he's going to find this last guy right here and probably let him have it once he gets his gun working.
I mean, I'm sure you guys have been watching all the games, but Dynasty playing this afternoon, 3:45 here Central Time versus Notorious, and then 5:45 versus the ML Kings. But we, as every field, kind of hard to keep the count sometimes. We've seen quite a little confusion out there with multiple bodies walking off at the same time, occasionally making it difficult with the cross-field communication. Marcelo, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this field, for me, watching all morning, the game's just being won on the snake side, and it seems like a lot of people are undetected in the snake. There's been a lot of surprises, right? And you can't have that. Even if you don't know that they're in there, you just have to expect that they're in there. It's kind of crazy. Watching all 4 or 5 slots this morning, someone would get in the snake, go all the way down. There'd be someone in the wedge looking the other direction. The next closest person on their team would be in that mini brick or even the snake insert bunker, and they're just not looking at the snake. I mean, you're playing against Diesel, and Mouse did it multiple times.
He had 7 kills and 2 points.
Yeah.
Because no one we're just begging, hey, Saints, please put a gun this way.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's fun to watch Mouse go down and shoot everybody, but what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
it's insane. It's almost like they didn't play the field, or when they played the field, they're like, the snake was deflated or something.
Yeah, snake wasn't that good.
But I'll tell you what, though, they did pick it up. That ended up being a 1-point game, but a couple of those points, they learned their lesson occasionally. But yes, it's a snake-dominant field, though we have seen let's say, Legion, for instance.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, Marcel, you played with them years and years ago. But Karslev showed up to play this weekend.
Yeah.
He was very dominant on the D side, probably the most dominant player I saw during the morning brackets. Points are available to steal on the D side given
Absolutely.
the situation.
That Dorito side is really good. It's really potent as well. This snake is going to get a lot of attention, obviously, because it goes from one end to another. It's pretty traditional, you know, straight snake, a lot of action. But that Dorito side, there's a lot of moves too.
But that's why it's making the D side so potent. It's everyone's
Right.
putting so
Correct.
much attention, and rightfully
Correct.
so, towards the snake side. But high IQ D side players are going to feast out here this weekend, and they are going to be a big difference maker for their squads. We've already seen it this morning. Jumping into this first point here with Edmonton Impact and NRG Elite.
Welcome back, Dalton Vanderbilt.
Yeah, good to see Dalton back. Speaking of high-level, high IQ D side guys, this could be a real good field for Dalton Vanderbilt. He's
Look at
gonna
that. Slid right in. No big deal.
looking on the rebuilt elbow, looking pretty good.
Yikes. Yeah, I hate to see him dive right now. My goodness, but I'm so happy to see him back playing. NRG, first to get into the snake over here. Looks like a 5-on-5 breakout, right?
Yeah, and we practiced NRG yesterday. You know, it's same old story with them. They had some pretty good shots off the break, but definitely, you know, attack. They like to attack.
That's a little bit of a sloppy fill out to the Landry Logistics bunker in the back corner bunker, and that ended up costing NRG.
Looked like something broke off of him, yeah.
He checked his gun, but the ref called him clean.
Talking about impact.
Yeah.
Zach in the snake over there. So we're looking at the Dorito side, and we're looking at Dalton Vanderbilt, just like we said, come down that Dorito side and just kind of start cleaning up over here. But let's see if we can get a kill on the cross shot right there, and Dalton gets him out.
Nice kill for Dalton Vanderbilt on his return here. And just, yeah, doing what Dalton does. Already clocking in here for Edmonton Impact. Zach's going to hit the deck crawl to the 50-yard line. He's going to go right past it. There's no one in front of him as Austin's going to be taking the walk here for NRG. So looking dire in point number one as Dalton Vanderbilt's about to drop the hammer on the last body D side, and that is going to do it. Yeah. Welcome back, Dalton. Well, at least a two-pack for him.
Yeah.
2 confirmed for sure. And then Brandon is going to...
I think he shot 5.
Let's give it to him.
I'm going to go in Brandon Cornell. The first point, going to go to Edmonton Impact.
Yeah, and I think that that's kind of what you can expect out of this match. I feel like Impact will be the dominant force in this round here. Refs are inflating some of the bunkers.
Yeah, we're in the pits right now with Edmonton Impact. Stacked roster, always, for years and years and years. You basically have to be an all-star to get onto this roster. It's an embarrassment of riches, as we say. Looking good here against the rookies, Austin Notorious. They do have one injury. They get Tyler back. Tyler Panilio. He's not suited up. But you know, again with that roster, he's kind of their rookie flyer. Hey, let's see what this kid's got type situation. Not really going to probably hurt him too much. And now we're jumping into point number 2, New York Xtreme.
I think we've got a small technical timeout to get some air in these bunkers here. It's got a little cooler. We got some cloud cover. I want to say I was talking to a couple players out here and a couple of the staff, you know, especially for you, Maddie. It must be nice to know that you're just going to have clear skies, 75.
Oh, it's like San Diego weather, right?
As
Looks
good as
like
it
we're
goes.
getting rain on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. We were talking about this earlier. Thanks for jinxing us,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Oh, man.
We'll see, yeah. Looking 40% chance Sunday morning. Hope not. But
Yeah.
we're not
50%.
Is
chance
it
last
went
I
up to
checked.
50?
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, Jesus.
About 10
It's getting worse.
Refreshing it right now.
Worse.
Just refreshing the.
It was funny
Inevitable doom.
because when I did check we always check the weather as always, try to see what we got in store for us. And I looked at it and I had to double check to make sure it
You're
was
on the right
Chicagoland
location.
area. Yeah, I was
100%,
like,
me
did
too.
I
Like, is this
load,
the right
did I
gateway
load
park?
San Diego? Because this is looking like San Diego weather here.
All right, 3 seconds counting down. Point number 2 against New York Xtreme and Austin Notorious doubling up in the back center here for NYX.
Yeah, both squads actually double up that back center. Do any kills get
Archie?
produced at it? Looks like no. Archie Bonds Jr., yeah, all the way right into Snake 2 very quickly, and he's going to crawl all the way past the 50. So Archie Barnes.
Yeah, you can see it right now, and he's going to look at that shot right here on CJ. Ooh,
CJ
missed
found
the
him,
shot. Archie's going to somehow won that gunfight, actually.
Yeah, did not trade.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
and look at, we've got, they try to make a.
How did Corey live through that? Did you see Corey make that fill?
Yeah, we've got Harris Hussein in this wedge right now, and there also is a player in the corner wrapping. So what they need to do is, here we go. This is the move. Archie needs to get around this corner. This is the scary thing right here. But he saw him. Oh, got him in the pack.
Yep.
And then Hennessy has to sacrifice, McLean has to
wow.
sacrifice
Went
his
off.
body.
That's
Archie
3.
alive through all of that chaos.
That's 3. That's 4. And did he shoot Pat? If he shot Pat, then that's 5. He
That's
got a
on the list.
5-pack right
That is on the list for move of the prelims. We got $500 at stake.
Is that really a move? It's more of just like
just in there.
systematically.
Guys, guys
you
just
go out of their
ran at him.
spots.
Everybody
It's
ran
more
at him.
about.
That's not a move.
Was it?
That wasn't a move.
That's not a
He was
move.
just laying on the ground.
You're right. He played terrible. We shouldn't
no
put
one
him on
said
the
that.
list. We
Well,
shouldn't put him on the list
You
at
don't have
all.
to make a move to play good. Come
That's
on.
my point. You literally took the words. I set it up so you could say what I was trying to
Yeah,
say. So it's
all
more
right.
about. It's
Play of the day?
Yes, play.
Play of the prelim.
That's
I just don't
move,
know. Play. It should be. Is it move? What is it?
Yeah, if it's move of the prelims or move of the day, that's not a move.
It's the
obviously
most
not
impactful moment of the
So
prelims.
play.
How about that?
Play, yeah, play of the
okay,
day.
Move,
okay.
whatever you
Play
want
of
to
the
say.
day.
The point
I
is,
like
is
it.
that
We're
were
getting
you
better
the
over here.
baddest dude that did it during the prelims? Okay, we're gonna give you $500.
Well, that was a 5-pack right there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we've had a bunch of 4-packs. I don't think we've had a 5-pack yet.
We do now.
Yeah.
There
So
we
Archie
go.
Barnes Jr. on the list.
On the
Nice
list
job,
for.
We got a lot of paintball to play
Yes.
though. I mean, we're
Yes.
just getting the afternoon kicked off on day 1. So there's a lot of guns to be shot at each other here. You guys haven't played yet. You guys are always going to be putting up some
Ryan's
nice
good for
ones.
A couple rings around the road.
If it was move of the
Ryan's
of the
up for
tournament.
a couple possibles. you know,
If it's move, if we're talking about moves themselves, then my spin move
That was
dance
great.
thing was
That was great.
I was guaranteed. I actually asked Maddie, and he laughed at me and said, "No." And I was like,
What?
"What are you talking about? That was insane."
That was an insane move.
It looked very pretty.
Yeah.
But
And then we're
again,
talking about moves, and I feel like that was a
impactful.
move.
It was graceful. You still got it, Ryan. Is that what you want me to say? You still got it. I will give you that.
I want you to pay me $500.
All right. Here we go.
So it looks like a 2-1-2 breakout over here for a little double back center
Axel all the way to
action.
the snake.
Yeah, this is gonna be curtains. So John, yeah, so that move is there. They fill into the snake, so it's a 5-on-4 right now.
Ooh, core sample.
It looks like 5-on-4. Impact losing the first body.
Oof.
Bowen just shot a
Ooh.
huge grass clump out of the front of his bow.
Ooh,
God, it's
down 3
looking
bodies.
real dire here for Impact very quickly. Yeah, you got Din walking off, Zach's walking off, JC from the D side. Yeah, 3 big bodies here coming off early, just 2 alive. Good, I mean, at least a crossfield spread with the tower, back corner bunker, snake side right now for Impact, but it is not looking good for them. We have seen some low body craziness out here already in the beginning of day 1. And we will probably continue to see a little bit, but this is a tough situation here for Impact. See if NRG can get on the board, tie this thing up.
Is he going out there with a player in the corner?
I don't,
Yes,
does
I
he even know
thought
he's
so.
there?
Oh, no, because it was Matt Jackson, so he must have just got shot.
Okay. So it
Yep.
looks like it's a 5-on-1.
Okay.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, Matt was there, but Bowen figured out Matt had taken the walk. We're going to see a quick concession here for Impact, so
I mean, come on. Oh, well.
What was the problem there?
use your words, Marcelo. What'd
Yeah,
you see?
it just, the horn clearly goes off, and you decide to shoot 20 extra balls at the last person.
Yeah, let's check in with Lauren Kelly. Yeah, we'll have to jump back in with Lauren here in a second, but so you're saying caught a little extra bonus?
Yeah, I just love when the players pretend like they didn't hear the horn that's super loud to end the game, you know?
And literally on the snake side, the horn is 15 feet from
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, there have been a decent amount of that. Ronnie Dizon had to get warned after walking dudes off the field in one of their points. Literally got summoned over by the head ref. He's like, hey, can we have a talk? Yeah, so we know you guys are beating him up that point, and you literally walked 3 dudes off the field. Like, can we just put a kibosh to that here early?
So it looks like a very similar breakout for a lot of teams, right? Actually, it looks like that was a Notorious went double wide on the snake, but also shooting the first player on both sides. So it's 4-on-4, actually 3-on-4. New York is down 2 bodies, losing both of their wide bodies.
But they still own the snake.
Still, no, they don't. They own the. Both teams have a body wide on the snake. Yeah, New York is in there.
Yes, in the snake.
But it looks like Notorious is going to be on their way to filling it. You can see Harris Hussein is trying to make that move out, but player getting clipped from that Dorito side.
Kovar coming up to the little W here on the snake side.
Yeah,
but a Notorious player on your screen right now going to work over on the Dorito side.
Kovar just
Wow.
dumped this last body. So Notorious answering here. It's a big one for Notorious. Obviously,
Sure
Harris
is.
playing against his former teammates. And with the Sunday placing for Notorious at their 3rd pro event ever, there's Harris Hussein, number 34, walking off. Talking to Michael Kovar, one of the guys that helped put X Factor on the map. So good to see him back. And it was interesting because Kovar he wasn't at the last event.
Yeah.
And they had their best performance, and he's arguably their best player. So I was talking to Ryan Gray, their coach. They're obviously all excited to get Michael back with how well they did without him in the pits. Right now, let's listen in real quick here. Dawson Notorious.
I'm running it all the way to the corner. Yeah. Hey, I don't know that. Hey, I need that Lucy call, man. I didn't know. I didn't know. He was just wide out in the open.
He slow walked out, and then the Dorito won.
Yeah, so they were talking about how that player on the brick for NYX was kind of slow rolling into that snake side brick and making a move. So
Matt Jackson.
Right now, Axel Godin taking the snake. Matt Jackson coming out here trying to lock the snake down. So they have 2 bodies wide, 3 bodies wide actually on this side of the field.
Yeah, Axel all the way onto their side of the field very quickly. A couple bodies coming off for NRG Elite.
And I haven't seen a lot of people play that Dorito side temple, the front one up near the 50.
Yeah, you're right. Not a lot of people have gone to that.
Yeah, NRG just went there and just got worked out of it, but I walked up there and looked at it, and it seems like you're pretty exposed on both sides, and it doesn't seem like there's much of an advantage to taking that spot, as you saw there. But this is looking like a tough one right now, the way that Axel's poised and wrapped on this snake insert player.
Yeah, he's really putting the pressure on him. I mean, that's power of the snake side. If there's no one in front of, there's no one in the snake, and there's no one out in the corner, I mean, the snake is yours. You can do a lot of damage, as we've seen time and time again in the morning brackets. This guy's stacking up 2, 3, 4 packs from this snake.
Yeah, and I think what you're going to see here is we're looking at the Dorito side here for impact moving around, but on this snake side, Matt Jackson is probing around, trying to creep up the field as here he comes into their side of the field. Is probably going to get some kills. You can see Matt Jackson and Axel are standing right next to each other. And the move is they want to try to get the kill, the elimination on that Dorito side. Because right now 2 players for NRG are working on the Dorito side, and only one's looking snake way. So Axel should kind of crawl down here and shoot this guy in the back. There he goes.
Yeah, so Axel, yeah. Does he have the webcast on in his little earbuds right there, or what? He's gonna get a little Ryan Greenspan joystick down the. Oh, Axel Godin clocking in here. We just talked about this little 2-pack, 3-pack here for Axel with the assist of Matt Jackson, and that is gonna do it in this point right now for Edmonton Impact with 10:20 to go. Gonna go up by 1. Again, just showing the power of the snake. So it looks like we have an update about Pat Kraft with Lauren Kelly. Lauren, what do you got for us?
Yeah, Xtreme is down 1 point to Notorious. Plenty of time on the clock. But, Maddie, you've mentioned it a couple times this weekend. People are having a hard time finding the bodies on the field, and that's exactly what Pat Kraft was saying in the pits. He said that he cannot see any of Notorious's players getting into the snake, so he's going to try to play heads up to get some more visibility.
Yeah, again, communication is key as always. Marcelo, Ryan, you guys are 2 of the best. Marcelo, I've been singing your praises for a long time, rightfully so. Communication, that's one of your stock and trades in addition to gunfighting, closing games, winning one-on-ones, whatever, all of the stuff. But what is it about communication? What are you trying to say to guys? I mean, you don't have to give all the secret sauce away, but there are certain principles in it. Give us some principles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really lucky because the rest of the team is so good. If they just have information, they're going to make the right decision. So it's really just about getting your teammates good information, making sure that they know where all the bodies are, not just the other team, but where your guys' advantage might be, where your teammates are, so that they can make good decisions.
And also, congratulations on the Team USA win. Pat Kraft was one of your guys' teammates.
Yep.
That's always a good kind of gelling situation for some of the best in the business. But yeah, jumping into this one here, Austin Notorious, can they hold on to this lead as we crack the 10-minute mark? Both teams dropping some bodies. And
it looks like a 3-on-4, Maddie. NYX in the snake and wide on the Dorito side. Yeah, this snake side's completely wide open for NYX, but
yeah,
there's another body.
Another body, 4-on-2. NYX is in that 50 Dorito and crawling down the snake with Jerry Caro.
So it looks like both Jerry Caro, McLean getting some spins here in the snake. No Tim Stetzel for them at this event. Oh, nice crossfield kill from Jerry. Good to see. Jerry was in a car accident, wasn't able to make the last event. Good to see him back at this one. And then, McLean also getting some spins. Looks like CJ Cantor might be the go-to guy behind them. So, guys, we're talking about this quite a bit here. On this field, it's not about your snake player, because sometimes the layouts we've had, one guy or maybe two guys have to get in there and they're working as a unit. You're going to have that third body behind him somewhere. It's more about your snake package. It always is a little bit, but this field specifically. But then the D side, as we were talking a little bit off camera, and then we've been talking about it on camera throughout the day, but man, that D side is also very potent too, you know? So like you have to really be, but it's also looking like offensive mindset is working out for some people over there on that D side, because so much pressure is be putting, you know, towards this, again, snake crew, the snake squads, because it is multiple bodies having to do the heavy lifting on the snake side.
Nick Laval has 2 cases of paint on his back. He has to like hold it running.
He literally had to
Dorito way, snake way.
Looks like Dalton's loaded up. Look how many pods Dalton has too. Jesus.
Oh, and they get a kill on the both teams have one off the break. So it's a 4-on-4 situation, both teams in the snake. But I don't think...
Yeah, Bowen has beaten Axel to the punch, though. Bowen's at the 50. He's going to try to get the crossfield shot on Dalton as he tries to dive up into that Dorito. Here comes Axel. Here's the gun, moves up, and then they filter out Nick to the back corner bunker with his 4 cases of paint on his back.
And I think that NRG is kind of... They're Whoa, Axel.
Yeah.
He's aiming right at me right now.
Yeah, he is. This is gonna. Good thing there's no. Let's get a
that
little.
camera
Let's
can
turn the
scoot over
camera a little bit.
Oh, they're on the other side of him right now.
Gosh. So here's the point. Here's something for you guys out at home. I know you can't see what Axel is doing, but never play like Axel, please. You don't want to be the guy that gets bunkered. You want to be the guy that does the bunkering. Now we get Axel. So he was just a second ago huddled up with his back to the bunker, pointing his barrel up at the sky. Oh, that's what you get, dude. That's what you get. I didn't see him get shot.
Ends up being a trade. Bowen might have got cross-field because Dalton's blowing up in that D side.
It was by the snake corner, I think.
Yeah. He's got to hit his back left shoulder. Anyway, yeah. If there's a guy in front of you and you have a teammate behind you, get ready for battle. Don't
affix the bayonet, be ready to attack, not dig the trench and put your barrel up to the sky hoping that you're bunkered.
Yeah, you're just kind of like setting the tone and the intention. Oh, Dalton.
Dalton with the crossfield kill on Devin Stewart with his first event here with his new squad coming over from Houston Heat. Well, Dalton's looking pretty good here, starting things out.
Yeah, and it looks like I think it's a 2-on-1. Yep. Yeah, and a I don't know if I'd call that tactical, but a retreat back to the back center when you own the corner is not really where you want to be either. You try to go forward at the bad guys, not towards the middle of the field where everybody can shoot you. So definitely some good little takeaways here from how to play the field for both these teams.
Yeah, Nick Laval and Dalton Vanderbilt combining to put the third point on the board for Edmonton Impact with 8:05 to go here in this set. So yeah, Dynasty going to be playing this afternoon against Notorious and the ML Kings, 3:45 and 5:45. Is everyone healthy for you guys?
Well, funny you should say that. Everybody who's currently here is healthy. We are down Mike Urena, unfortunately, which this, I think, might have been the best field for him in the history of all field
right?
routes.
This is like a field tailor-made for Mike
I would almost even assume go so far as to argue that if a team went into the snake and Mikey was in there, they might retreat back to the corner if they knew Mikey was in there with them.
So yeah, I heard he
pulled his groin.
Yeah, he was hurt at the last event, or sorry, in the last weekend. Right?
So actually,
you tell me. That's what I heard.
He hurt himself diving over the snake and drew the event. The turf was really, really slippery, and I think something just kind of slipped as he jumped over the snake to bunker somebody. Pulled something in his groin, and that has had a ripple effect, and he's kind of out. So big deaths on both sides of the field. Like on each, it's like a great shooting for both teams, I think, really.
Yeah, both teams in the snake right now. Little slightly better field position for Jerry Carl was at the 50-yard line. Another body coming off right now for Notorious. So it's going to be a 3-on-4 situation.
I think there might be only 2 guys.
Yeah, there are.
Just 2?
Yeah, 2 on Notorious.
Notorious lost 2 off the break.
Yeah, so Caro's going to run through and do his work, get the shot in on Logan Dyer, leaving just that back corner now. So with that D side blown open, New York Xtreme at the 50-yard line, also a body at the wedge, and back corner bunker here, snake side. Should just be a little bit of time before they figure out where this last body is, and that's going to do a concession right now from Notorious. And so it was even on the count, or even on the score 2-2, now going to be 3-2 in favor of, again, the favorite New York Xtreme here in this match. So New York Xtreme, again, only has dropped 1 game all year long in the prelims.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, their plus minus is absolutely nasty. Their plus minus was equal to your guys' plus minus at the last event. You guys were a plus 19. They were a plus 19. I mean, their prelims, undefeated. They beat Revel by 4, beat Aftermath by 6, didn't let the Saints score a point, and beat Impact by 4 in the prelims at the last event.
Nice.
Yeah, so-
And then their loss to X Factor was a little controversial.
Yeah, there was a timing malfunction. They lost a couple of minutes on the time, which is that's just a horrible
Especially when you're
paintball
up on
gods not
points.
shining upon you. And then if we go to New York Xtreme at the second event, beat the ML Kings by 4, Ironman by 3, shutout level, and beat the Bears by 2, and then lost to Heat by 1. So I mean, they've been really good this year.
Yeah, they sure have.
The question is, how good are they? You know, and this is kind of one of those situations where when you have a team that's on the up and coming trajectory, you know, how big are their heads getting? Where are they at mentally? You know, it's like with you guys. It's like you guys have been at the top now for so long. Everyone's trying to, you know, break you guys down, as we've been half joking, but also very true. It's like the league versus San Diego Dynasty, because you guys have won over half of the events in the past 2.5 years. So with Xtreme, different situation, never won an event, but they're starting to get good. So it's like, where are they at mentally right now? You know, are they ready to show up and take everyone serious in the prelims and continue to do what they're doing, and then get to Sunday and perform and make a top 4 again, and maybe make a finals for the first time? Where are they at? That's going to be one of the fun things for us as fans to watch this weekend. And then Impact, right now, you know, last year 2 wins in a row. Since then, you know, a third place at the first event, 8th at the second event, 7th at the last one. Again, just losing these games on Sunday. Overdue for a win. And they're going to be losing Brandon Cornell here early on the D side.
Oh, and there's Dalton in that spot that we were talking about. Like, is that really, you know, a fantastic spot or not? It's we'll see here in a second. Looks like it's 44, 4-on-4 right now. And Dalton has an opportunity to go up into these pins, and I like this pin move, especially now that the pins are actually kind of put together, because you can own this entire inside. And if anybody tries to move out, the thing is on this play, so Dalton's right there on your screen. This is a great look here. If he stays patient, I would have stayed there. I think staying there would have been the move.
He's looking D side right now.
And this guy here in the wedge, oh, wow.
Axel all the way down on NRG Elite side again. No one in front of him.
Oof.
No one in the snake with him. Closest body, that back center.
Oh, he missed him.
Oh, my gosh.
He knew he was there and he missed him.
Oh, there's a guy at the door too.
There's
Ties
some
him up.
great shots by Axel.
Oh,
There are,
Axel's
like just little peekaboos, you know?
Yeah.
getting it done. Nice snapshot ability right there.
Dude, I would never. You don't crawl back like that.
Yeah, I don't
That's a
know
good
why.
way. That's a good way to get shot by your own guy.
We've seen a decent amount of that today. We've seen some team kills out there today.
Yeah, but it's especially when
You're crawling towards
you're
your
crawling
team.
towards your teammate who's already in the snake, and you're crawling from.
Did
like,
you guys
snake
watch
line.
those Diesel games? I think they had
Yeah.
3 team kills.
Yeah.
Mouse got shot in the back by Jesse, and then got the major,
Right.
and then also, but Jesse got shot by Mark, and I think Mark also got shot by one of his teammates.
Brutal.
Looks like Impact player over on the Dorito side just took a bounce right in the stomach. And sack. So it's a 4-on-2 right now. It looks like. You know, not much that Dalton's doing from that center spot, but bouncing around definitely puts a lot of pressure on guys. Yeah, again, I don't know why Axel crawled backwards there rather than just staying there to kind of like.
And Rap, he would have
Rap.
stopped them from filling the corner. Yeah.
And he probably would have shot that tower on the other side of the field. Ooh, good fill from NRG, but lost the move. And Dalton seems to be in complete control of pretty much every understanding exactly what's happening on the field and in control of every single game here. So it doesn't look like he skipped much of a beat there.
Yeah, no, he looks pretty good. Matt was in the snake.
Resting.
Axel in the snake as well too. Looks like is that Zach over there?
Yeah, it was Zach.
Yeah, Zach. So Zach filtering to the D side. Him and Dalton having a little conversation coming off. Yeah, you know, Impact looking pretty good here. They are also a big favorite in this game against NRG Elite. And it looks like we have an update about Austin Notorious with Lauren Kelly. Lauren, what do you got for us?
Thanks. Harris Hussein does not want to take a loss to his former team. Before this point, they're down 1 point. He had a group huddle to get everyone ready. He said they just got punched in the face by Xtreme. However, they're not going to keep laying down. He said they're warriors, they're going to play with heart, and they're going to go out there, get this point, and then take the win.
We will see. 8:30 on the clock here still. It is a 1-point match. You can see the doubling up that back center for Austin Notorious. Does it produce a kill? It does off the D side.
Yeah, each team losing one body, so 4-on-4 here.
And that seems to be how it's been, right? Like,
You've seen a lot
looks
of
like
that.
every single one of these points in this match, 1 or 2 bodies are walking off of each side early. Each point. Yeah, early. And maybe it's because they're taking a lot of ground. I mean, there's guys in the corners every point. There's guys taking a lot of ground on each of these sets here.
A lot of them they're losing their first engagement too, and that's a big thing on this field. If you get the blessing of making it 5 alive, you can't get shot right away.
Yeah, and that's something that we had struggled with in practice, right? You remember that is the first day. She's like, come on, let's just try to be alive here for a second.
Yeah, I'm up here with Marcelo Morgat and Ryan Greenspan, Legends, San Diego Dynasty. They will be playing this afternoon in a few hours. Right now, Notorious posting the issue, getting to the 50-yard line. Trying to rip a lane towards that D side of field. No kills here currently coming off. CJ Cantor making a couple. He's looking for it.
Doing the highway,
the highway move. He's going to use the highway move to get into Snake 2.
Sneaky. Probably just kept going
probably
and
just gone around the corner. Yeah, or just bunkered the guy, but he knew he was in the 50 Snake.
If he shoots his gun, he's inside it. Okay.
Yeah, so we got guys right on the other side of each other.
So CJ comes through and is going to be trading out. Here was Austin Notorious.
I think this makes it a 3-on-3. Is that correct, Matt?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, and Harris Hussein's still in that back center. We got Archie Barnes in the Snake. I think that Harris needs to make a decision on where he wants to go. He's just kind of holding that Dorito side right now. And I don't know, maybe that's the move, is just stop them and hope that Archie can get the crossfield shots. But this is something that you don't want to miss, is the move into Snake 1. So right now, both teams have a player in the Snake. Nobody knows that. I think is that Jerry or is that?
Yeah, that's McLean.
Oh no, it's an old Georgie boy. And nobody knows he's in there.
Yeah, so McLean mirrored up here with Austin Notorious, who's also in Snake 1. Notorious ripping the lane down the sideline, though. McLean shooting that inside lane. And then Harris is going to coast up into the Goose Island 50 brick.
I'm surprised. Oh, yeah, so George can't see that because of the little W's in the way. But, yeah, he's hoping right now. Ooh, this could be a shot. So this is a tough one because I don't think anybody really knows that he's in the Snake, that George is in the Snake yet.
Is he on an island over here?
Yeah, so George is on an island, and yet again, that's a really good point, Maddie. And to explain that for the viewers at home, if George loses a gunfight or gets bunkered right here by Archie,
it's a bad situation.
Then it's a bad situation because they can start to turn the field a little bit.
Ooh. Harris exploring and ends up costing him. So a little sloppy move there from Harris Hussein. And then Archie Barnes Jr. is going to launch and trade out with McLean. Looks like a clean trade, no penalty assessed. So it's going to come down to what happens on this D side to decide who's going to win this point here in a 1-point match with Xtreme. Slight 1-point lead with just about 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and that was that Archie should have shot him earlier. It took a while for him to pull the trigger. It looked like he had
the drop.
He had the drop on George and just kind of didn't get him soon enough. But it did take him a while. And that's another thing about this field is like it's pretty easy to sneak into the Snake without, especially in the low body situations, without anybody noticing it.
2-on-1 situation it looks like, and that is going to do it. So Josh Taylor comes through, finishes off the last player for Austin Notorious, and going to extend the lead for New York Xtreme with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. This field has been a pleasant surprise. Not really a surprise, but talking to a lot of people this past week, hearing how it all played in practice, the D side has been potent, man. Like everyone was talking about how important the Snake side is. But the D side, there's been a lot of stuff going on D side. That's kind of the story of the morning so far. How well, say, Karslev played for Legion, and we've seen some really big moves over there. It's made it fun.
Yeah, and that's great for the spectators, right? Because the spectators are, we got a lot of people in the stands already. We've got the Dynasty Champions Club tent right there on that Dorito side corner.
Well, talk to me a little bit about that here.
Yeah,
right? You guys, got the Champions Cup going on. Are there even spots open? I know it's kind of like a quarterly thing, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about it at the next break. But right now, the registration's about to open this month for the next quarter, and we've got some pretty banging gifts coming out to everybody. So right now. And we'll get into that here in a minute, but it's a 5-on-4. Ooh, actually, wow, bomb going off on impact side. 2 bodies walking off of the Snake side. And it looks like Zach Yakmak getting checked for a bounce. So it's a 4-on-3 right now, Maddie.
Yeah, 4-on-3 situation. Big moments for NRG Elite, though. This is the point. 5:30 to go. They're down by 3. They have to win this one. And they got Geiger in the snake. Geiger coming back here to NRG Elite. After spending some time with Revo. And he's got the side completely blown open. Nick Laval, though, using his height.
Sloppy.
Oh, yeah.
You
Just
can't-
Marcel, break it down.
You can't crawl on your knees. You just simply can't crawl on your knees when you're in the snake. You have to crawl with your hips in the ground. I mean, no professional should ever crawl on their knees. It's just an unacceptable way to get shot right there.
Yeah, so Laval making Geiger pay just a little too high there, as you're saying, instead of hips, knees. And, you know, Laval's a really tall guy, so he was able to pop the top real quick, get that kill, crucial kill, and then goes right back to zone up on the D side. Knows there's no one in the snake. No one in the snake. This is for either team. There is a back corner bunker for NRG Elite. Problem is, that's the backfield. They need 3 just to tie. 4:40 to go. They have to
And who's
start
that?
riding
Is
reckless on
is
that
Betancourt
aggressive
back there?
edge.
No, Betancourt got shot, I think, on break going to the snake.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
It's interesting. We haven't, you know, Louis Betancourt.
That's
I've-
Devin
this-
Stewart back there. So.
No, I know, but I feel like this would be a good snake for him.
Yep.
But we've seen more Bowen, Geiger. Where's Betancourt?
Mhm.
You know, it's that they picked him up to kind of have
Be
a
that
field like
guy,
this
yeah,
and go and eat in the snake.
Absolutely. Well, they tried to send him there, but he got
Yeah, he
shot
got
on
shot
the
off the
break.
break.
Yeah.
But if Devin were able to fill in, I think that because he went into that brick on the snake side looking inside off the break, he kind of missed, or maybe he came from the back center, he missed the 2 bodies that walked off on the snake side. And if you noticed that and you knew you owned the outside, getting in the snake here to try to get Nick Laval off the field. Definitely NRG's point that they kind of tossed away here.
But you can
Not
also see that,
capitalizing.
yeah, I mean, and Ryan and Marcelo right now, with this 3-point lead and the time, and how things sit from a positional and personnel standpoint, they're just locking lanes down, eating up a little bit of clock. If they can get another point, cool. But ultimately, just trying to do what they need to do to solidify this first victory in their first match.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know, Laval's tucked into a lane. Doesn't look like he wants to move forward. They have D4, you know, all the way up the field. Also just looking inside, back corner bunker here, snake side for impact. They're just, you know, just looking in control, but really no impetus to move forward. They know that at some point in time, somebody on NRG Elite has to make a move.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think Brandon Cornell on that Dorito side has a good view on the snake side, so he can kind of see if a guy gets into the snake to alert Nick Laval. But Nick has that whole Dorito side locked down, and you've got Zach also kind of overwatch over on that side of the field. So, like you said,
Oh, Brandon
Yeah.
losing a gunfight here, Ryan.
yeah, that was a huge shot. So Devin actually crept up the field a little bit and got a sneaky shot on him.
That was a good shot. That's the type of kill that they need right now. If they want to stay in this match, keep this game close, or even not just lose by 3.
Yeah,
I mean, look, you got 4 games to work with. You're playing, you know, one of the top teams in your division here.
I just don't think they know where Nick Laval is, and Nick's going to get this kill right here as long as he stays on it.
Yeah, it's that last cut to the 50 brick over on the Dorito side that Nick can see.
So,
But it does look like he started shooting his gun at that Dorito 3. So
did
that
he?
player should that player should at least know he's there.
Well, Austin.
That's exactly.
I think they're shooting. There it is. Oh, got him.
Oh, nice kill. Crossfield NRG Elite trying to take that 50 on the D side, ends up getting chopped up, trying to get across that lane. Zach Yakmak with that kill. Nick Laval trying to keep Devin Stewart honest over here. Devin's moving up, trying to push the issue with Austin.
2-on-2.
Ooh, Austin chooses the right route, comes through, stitches up. Nick Laval.
Oh, no, and Nico also lost the gunfight heads up.
As soon as Nick saw that, he saw the trade with Devin, he knew that they were going to get this point because he knew Zach's left alive. He's the last body in that back corner. They're going to put the 5th point on the board, extend the lead slightly here with not a lot of time left. So, yeah, this is a really good game from Impact. Mostly full control. Starting to get things warmed up.
Yeah, and Devin should have seen that his player was moving up the middle to go bunker Nick, and so should have just completely submitted and let Nick and Zach pressure him from heads up and let that. It would have been more of a clean bunkering right there, right? But he was kind of. But anyway, yeah. So back to the Dynasty Champions Club. So we have a renewal period coming up for the next quarter. So we do it quarterly renewals. One of the cool things that's very apparent here at the NXL events is the Dynasty Champions Club VIP tent. So at every event we have a VIP section here on the Dorito side corner, where everybody gets a front row seat to watching pretty much every game. you know, and you get to watch from that corner over there. We got refreshments and snacks in there. On top of that, we give away monthly gifts that are valued over, you know, well over $100 a piece. A lot of exclusive giveaways, gifts, content, intel sessions where we give little chats with everybody. So great, tremendous value on each side here for everybody who's a member.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. I just love what you guys are doing with that. And the gifts are legit. I'm not just saying that. Like, they really are big gifts. I was actually pretty shocked about it. So both teams kind of getting chopped up here on the break in a relatively close match. 4:20 to go. 2-point spread. Austin Notorious losing bodies, but also this is a bloodbath point. Jerry Carl staying alive in the chaos, getting to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I got one body there.
Yeah, and just that one body left alive. Back corner bunker forcing a quick concession from Notorious to try to stay in this one, but extending New York Xtreme's lead.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quick. Again, bomb going off on both sides. They shot the player running to that snake insert. So yeah, we have renewal coming up here at the end of the month, the last week in the month, and then at the beginning of every new quarter, we give away one grand prize. So in the past, we've given away a custom signature series force. So one player gets to design their own force, and then they even have the opportunity to come out to Field 1 with Yosh and Alex and build that force with them. Which is a really cool experience, you know.
Yeah.
Also coming up here, we got Decay of Nations coming up and Clowns versus Zombies, 2 big games that Dynasty supports and goes out to.
I'm gonna try to make the Decay of Nations one.
Yeah. So in each of those, we've got Dynasty Champions Club discounts. We're gonna have players there. We're gonna have our own member section, and then also we have a couple members won. Their prize was they get to come play the big game with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So jumping back into this next one, just a minute and 20 to go. 4-point spread. NRG Elite. Can they answer? Is it going to be a closer situation on the point spread for NRG moving forward for the next 3 matches? Or is Impact going to put the finishing touches on a pretty big win here?
Yeah, my guess is they're going to put the finishing touches on a pretty big lead here. You know, it looks like Trevor thought he might have seen someone go into the snake off the break, but there's no one in there. He's on the other side of the field, but it looks like NRG is not really in a position to want to win at this point, just based on the positioning and the body positioning they have on the snake side of the field.
Do you think they're concerned about spread? I mean, everyone's always concerned about spread.
I mean, I'd be trying to score a point here.
With the, you know, and look, they waited for 40 seconds, then they're making the push, and this is kind of a good tale for everybody who's out here. Is not a bad idea to kind of like get to your spot, shoot your guns, be alive, and then make the make the
see
push.
if you have an advantage. Looks like it's going to pay off for him.
Yeah. Oh, get him in the pack. Getting a little tight over there. So I think there's only two bodies left. I think it's a 4-on-2 right
Well, they have Chewy and Bowen here in the snake, but they don't have a lot of time to work with. 13 seconds. Need to get things going to try to keep the spread a little bit more respectable.
Oh my gosh, if they don't get this.
Yeah, I mean, a 4-2 loss
5
is
seconds.
way better than
gosh.
a 5-1 loss.
And you're not going to get it.
That's incredible. Wow, that is so...
Oh, man.
That's a bummer. They had
Yeah,
it.
that's a
They had it.
rough situation here for Bowen and Louis Betancourt and NRG Elite also had a body with some penetration on that D side, but they just did not have enough time to close. So final score is still going to be a 4-point spread win for Edmonton Impact. Looking pretty good in their first one here. Warming up nicely. NRG Elite already backed to the wall in this bracket with X Factor, Impact, Revo, NRG Elite, and the Ironman.
That's a bracket right there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the bracket of death may be brackets D just because it has Legion in the 5th tier, and Legion's playing really good right now. So if you have the technically the 17th ranked overall and the last place team in your bracket undefeated with like a +8 or something, that's kind of going to make it a little hard for everybody else.
Yeah. It was only a matter of time, right? Like everybody kept thinking about that the whole like for a while. Look at this, probably doing a little up and over here. Good breakout for both teams. This is the first 5-on-5 breakout for both sides of the field, I think, for a little bit.
Ryan, this one's been a bit of a bloodbath.
Yeah, it looks like the back center might have gotten shot in the top of his loader on the snake side, but he's still in there. That was not
Pat Kraft.
No, it was not. It was just the gleam from the gun.
Right.
It looked like there was some yellow on him, but he's got that golden gun.
Yeah, he does have the golden gun. Pat Kraft up to the wedge.
But it looks like we're in the snake here with Austin Notorious.
And Pat Kraft is fighting from this wedge, man. Like, you have a 3-point lead with 3.5 minutes.
Oh, here comes Harris down the
Oh,
stairs.
Harris trying to shoot. Some people here he's going to eat up. Who's that? Hennessy on the run. Yeah, Hennessy trying to bunker out. Harris does look like he does get the shot. But still got another body in here with Logan Dyer going off.
Oh, wow. And Pat's still alive. And they're behind him on the Dorito side, too.
Yeah, Corey Hall breaking open that D side, trying to get the last kill, and he does. There's still
Oh, he got shot.
Logan Dyer was alive. Logan Dyer is still alive. Logan Dyer's battling here for Notorious and the Snake. Finally gets taken out as Pat, after taking a ton of pressure, eats him up. And
3 guys left?
That was a crazy point.
Yeah, that was a crazy point. So Xtreme going to put their 6 point on the board. They're actually pumping their brakes to see if Notorious wants to burn some of this clock off here and try to keep the spread as close as possible. Also, big shout out to the shows you guys have. Love what you guys are doing. Play the Game podcast, Marcelo with Tyler. I was kind of hoping that maybe tomorrow we could do it, but to get both you and Tyler up here at the same time. Tyler just came off his set.
He played great,
They
too.
played great,
Yeah.
man. Heat looking awesome. But yeah,
Beast.
talk to me. Play the Game podcast. You guys are just doing a great job. And then obviously the Spick and Span show. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, break it down for me.
Yeah, I mean, we're just still having a ton of fun. These shows are a good time. It's nice to sit down and talk with our friends and talk about paintball. We're just trying to do as many as we can, stay consistent.
But you got like
And,
a community Discord server
absolutely.
going on.
Yeah,
and-
100%. The Discord community. Shout out to the goats. It's awesome seeing a bunch of them out here. You know, it is a community. It's really cool. And seeing them at events, you know, they always show out. And, you know, within the Discord, it's a really amazing opportunity to, you know, learn about paintball, find teams, you know, meet up with people in your region to play with. There's been so many cool things that have happened in the Discord that are just awesome to see. You know, it's really cool to be part of, really cool to have them around, and we appreciate their support. Definitely helps the show. And, yeah.
Any cool guests coming up right now?
We kind of just wing it. So usually we're like a day or two out. Don't have any guests lined up yet. I'm sure we'll see, you know, who does what in the event this
Of course,
weekend.
yeah.
and
You got to
then,
go with the
yeah,
hot hand,
exactly.
right?
Gotta
Got to
go with
ride
hot
the
hand,
stories.
exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. Maybe we'll get Greenspan on.
I got to play really,
Yes,
really,
the
really
Play
well
the
to
Game
do that.
podcast and the Spick and Span rivalry. It's always, for me, I just, again, as you guys' like older brother, I love it. It's just so great. I eat it up. But yeah, Spick and Span show. Fun vibe on the show, as always. You and Kyle Spicka. A little bit of a party in the Doghouse Studios.
Well, for certainly when you come out, it's a party. It is definitely a party when you get there. Yeah, you know, every Tuesday we do a live show on YouTube, the Spick and Span show. Again, just like Marcelo said, we kind of, you know, we wing it. We have some stuff set up sometimes. Like we did a really good one, a 3-part segment. You were there, Maddie, for
Yeah,
that. With
that was awesome.
You know, paintball on TV. Sometimes we have guests. Most of the time we just rely and lean heavily on Alex on the FaceTime call.
Alex is kind of like the third host.
He is. He's in
He's
the
like
logo.
comic
He's in the logo
relief,
now.
third host, kind of
Yeah.
comes in and just, you know, talks a little smack, has some jokes. No, it's great. What's cool about both your guys' shows is that, first of all, I just love the fact that you have taken up the torch for storytelling. We need as many storytellers as we possibly can in this sport. I love this kind of like new resurgence past few seasons, media across the board. You know, we meet all these young
absolutely.
media guys coming up. It's a special thing. We need that. You know, paintball's an awesome, unique, creative endeavor that is, you get all these gifts of the game. There's not a lot like it in the world. You know, so you see a guy like Chris Odom, you know, NFL player, and all these different people over the years that are very successful in regular life. But this entire thing is just super special, you know, so I just love what you guys have been doing. So
We had David Montgomery of the Detroit Lions on, which was pretty amazing. He went out and played paintball in Arizona, had a great time, loved it, wants to come out in the off season. It's pretty cool that we're getting recognition from, you know, superstars in other sports. You know, the NFL is massive, obviously. So to see these high-profile players enjoying our game is really cool.
yeah, it's just, again, there really is something special about this game, but it is a unique creature. You know, we don't have people getting carted off, going to the hospital, and there's no home runs necessarily. It's a very subtle yet aggressive and visceral thing that happens here on center court.
Absolutely.
But it's a very unique, and it's such an amazing community. So the fact you guys have started to create more of your own communities, Champions Club, your shows, again, you guys are just really hacking a path into the wilderness for everybody. And as somebody that's been trying to do that my whole career, like I got to
you
tip
led the
my
way,
hat.
Maddie.
I know, but I tip
Yeah.
my hat in respect because we need as many of those as possible. So the
Agreed.
fact you guys have taken that responsibility and moved on, you know, to have that be part of your careers, like we need more of that. So again, and also a shout out to everyone out there watching, listening, and a supporter of the sport. We're doing this for you guys. You know, we're trying to build something special, and we need all your help to do it. So thank you guys for tuning in. So it looks like this set is done. We're going to be heading off into this. The next one's going to be the ML Kings taking on Uprising. We're going to see both those squads for the first time, Baltimore Revo and the Los Angeles Ironmen. And then on deck, San Diego Dynasty, best team in the world, and winning over half of the events the past 2.5 years. It's just unbelievable, man. Like a whole new chapter for the best team ever to do it. Taking on Austin Notorious, who just warmed up here in a loss against New York Xtreme. And then we're also going to have X Factor. What a cool story for them. Also Resurgent, getting to the finals at the last event, going all the way to double overtime, losing in a one-on-one to Tampa Bay. They're taking on NRG Elite. Stage is set. 2023 NXL Windy City Major. Marcelo Morgat, Ryan Greenspan, thank you so much. Blessed to have you guys in the sport. Blessed to have you as friends and compatriots in this grand thing we call paintball. Stick around. We'll be back here on Go Sports. See you in just a few.
Thanks, Matty.
Thank you.